Hi friends. I am Julie. Welcome to the channel Bollywood King. Here in this channel I usually react to different interesting Shah Rukh Khan videos. Today I am going to watch Shah Rukh Khan's interview about his life, movies, rumors about him and his children. I think it is from 2006. It should be very interesting interview. I hope you will enjoy the video. Let's start without losing any time.
Hello and welcome to this special show on CNN IBN. I'm Rajiv Masand. My guest today, now what can I say about my guest today that you don't know already? He's one of India's biggest stars. He makes more money per picture than most of us do in a lifetime, and his popularity is virtually unmatched. No prize for guessing who I'm talking about. It is of course Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Shah Rukh, I have to ask first, the beard's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it was for a film called Chak De India.
Right.
And I finished shooting with that for a month. And I have another month of shooting left, so it'll come back.
Right. Was it bothersome? Did the kids complain?
Yeah, to the girl. She was disturbed. And all the other girls also said, it pokes in the eye when you kiss us.
Now, I'm not sure many people know, but really, the Munna Bhai films were conceived with you in mind. It's also the first film, Munna Bhai MBBS, was a film that you even collaborated on some of the writing. You've been very gracious to say that, in the past that perhaps you would not have been able to do as good a job as Sanju did in the films. Have you seen the second one, Munna Bhai?
I haven't seen it. My children have seen it, and they love it. My wife has seen it. She loves it. They've seen it twice, as a matter of fact. And to be really honest, as a matter of fact, when the first Munna Bhai came out, I wasn't in town. And my family went to see it because I was very, very keen on doing it. I thought Raju Hirani had a simplicity in storytelling which was wonderful, which I'm sure he's retained till now. I love the title of the film. I signed the film just on the title. I didn't want to hear anything else. Vinod had come in. They were very passionate about making the film. I had a surgery to undergo, and I had to give up the film because I couldn't, they were not my friends at that point of time. Now they're friends. I couldn't really ask them to wait. I did ask Ashutosh to wait, Yashji to wait, Farah to wait, Aziz to wait at that point of time, but I couldn't ask Raju, who was, embarking on his first film. I couldn't hold him back for a year and a half because of my surgery. They went ahead and made it, and when my friends saw it, and then later when I saw it, I truly believe I would not do a job even 10% as good as Sanju has done. I think Sanjay Dutt is Munna Bhai, and I'm glad that I participated in a film in such a way that I've been able to give. I would like to take the credit for giving the Indian film industry a character like Munna Bhai by not doing it.
What a generosity. Look, how nicely said. But still I would love to see him in that film.
Genuinely, I think Sanju is outstanding. There's this amazing, endearing, deer-like, big bear, brotherly, strange, loving quality to Sanju's Munna Bhai, which I think I would not say any other actor, but I would say I would not be able to bring that on the table.
Right. Now, you of course have chosen to do a lot less work than you used to do many years ago. I'm guessing that allows you a little more time?
Not really. No, that wasn't the case. I was a little, I did recover from my surgery, and I've been telling everyone I'm much better, and I am. But post my surgery for about 2 years, and I would say 2 years ended sometimes, hopefully, I like to still add hopefully, in May this year. Till then I didn't feel good. See, I'll be very honest, I can't keep on cribbing about an injury. It's happened and it's done with, and I'm much better. I've done the surgery, but till about May this year, physically I wasn't feeling good. I used to feel a little tired. My back used to hurt if I sat for a bit. After doing a dance sequence, I used to get tired, and it used to pain. Even during Kabhi Alvida, etc. And suddenly in May, when I was in Malaysia, I started feeling much better. And for the last 2-3 months, I've been feeling really, really good. But during that phase of 2 years, I would like to put it in the phase from Paheli onwards, or perhaps from the time I came back from Kal Ho Na Ho and onwards, Main Hoon Na, till now, I wasn't up to it. I just did work because I'm supposed to, and I did some easier work. That's the period I did lesser work. See, I did Paheli over a period of 1 year, and then Kabhi Alvida. Since May, I've decided to work round the clock. I've been working round the clock. I've finished Kabhi Alvida, I finished Dawn, I'm on to Chak De, and I'm really wanting to work like I used to about 3 years ago. Work round the clock, and my back is feeling really, really good right now.
Is that what you like to do best, be working all the time?
I don't like anything better than work. There is nothing, there is no alternative to work. I find nothing nicer than working. I think Bhatt tells me that I have a disease. I just like to keep working. If I don't work, I get headaches. If I don't get work, I get depressed. I like to work. I like to work around the clock.
Tell me, do you like watching films as much as you like making them?
If I can watch them alone, quietly, which I get time in my car, so I put it on my laptop and watch them. But I'm not much of a social viewer. I don't like to go out in a public place and watch a film. My films also, I watch it once. No, I'm not much of a watcher, except sometimes I do go to cinema theaters abroad. But if you really ask me, I'd rather watch a film when it comes on DVD in the quiet, dark environs of my car or in my room alone.
Okay, so what's the last film you probably watched on DVD?
I think the last one I watched is Rang De Basanti, and before that Krish I watched in a cinema theater, and I've been watching some English dramas actually.
Sure.
I've been watching something known as Murder One and Prison Break.
Right.
And I really enjoy that. Yeah.
Shahrukh, tell me, when was the last time you got into a fight?
I don't fight, Rajiv. I don't fight with anyone. I haven't got into a fight for a long, long time.
When was the last time you wanted to punch someone?
I'll wait till I hear your review about Dawn.
Fantastic. Badass answer.
Tell me, what's the worst piece of professional advice that someone's given you?
It has varied. One of them is recent, which I don't know was not good or bad. Somebody told me not to do Dawn. A very dear friend of mine, Aziz, said don't do Dawn. So I'm like, I don't know. So we'll figure that out. But I was told to cut my hair. Don't keep them the way they are. I've been told to change my name. You know, you can't have a movie star called Shah Rukh Khan. I've been told you speak too fast, and that'll never. I was told not to do a negative role by everybody. Bazigar, Dar, I was actually, so many actors left it also.
Can you imagine what your career might have been had you not done films like Bazigar, Dar and Anjam?
Nothing at all. My career would have been zilch, would be nothing, because somewhere not only did those films do well and make me commercially viable, but I think what it gave me for a certain period of years is unpredictability as an actor. You know, I still live off that unpredictability. Like, I know
it gives your career sort of edge, doesn't it?
It gives you a little edge, you know, a Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna kind of character. I know it may not go down well with a lot of people, but I know somewhere down the line it gives you कि यार ये कुछ भी कह देगा, ये कुछ भी कर देगा, ये सिर्फ hero type नहीं रहेगा. Though on the other hand, people will keep on blaming me for doing similar kind of roles, but doing a Don, you know, nobody is really turned around and saying Shah Rukh is doing a negative role. It's accepted now, you know,
right.
It's done. So it has given me that little, like you said, an edge as far as my characters are concerned.
Tell me, what's the most odd piece of gossip you've heard about yourself?
I don't know, it's no longer odd. People thought that I'm gay, or think even now.
You don't think you've sort of put that behind you?
I don't know.
It still comes up?
It comes up. Recently, I think somebody was asking me, and they were, you're in touch with your feminine side. They are very sweet about it, but I know where they're heading. Why do you do the Lux ad and stuff like that? But that's okay. आज मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ मेरी खूबसूरती का राज. Lux. That was some time back. Which was never, see, that was something I've grown up with. I guess there is a feminine side to me, which people like to assume that. So that's, I don't know if it's gossip, would it rank as the topmost gossip? Then there's a gossip that I love fair women, and that's why I don't cheat on my family at home, but I go abroad and I'm always with really, I like fair ladies. So that was one piece of gossip, which was some time back again. And then there was this about my house, that I have no windows. Because I like it to be, nobody can see me from inside, and I can't look outside. And very many, I mean, if I keep, as we're going along,
some odd stuff,
I've got some odd stuff, yeah.
Right. Tell me, can money buy happiness?
Makes it easier to get it. See, I believe in a material world to a certain extent. I think material happiness is quite an important step before you look for spiritual happiness. I don't know, people who think the other way might be also right. But in the kind of education and the world I've grown up in, and we all are growing up in, you know, where I'm not saying it's dog eat dog or it's like really a dangerous world, but it is a world where a certain level of consumerism has come to be a reality. I mean, you can't, you know, certain things are real. you can't deny the fact that North Korea has tested a nuclear weapon now. It's a reality. You can't belie that and close your eyes or be in, what is it, ostrich? Keep your head down. So one of the facts is that it is a world which is being talked of as a consumer world. In this world, you need to have a certain amount of comforts, basic necessities. You know, a car was a luxury. A second television was a no-no. Today it is turning into a necessity.
Right.
You know, so many channels. So you need to have two set of televisions. Now, is that wrong or right? I think it is okay to have a certain amount of material comfort. Beyond that, genuinely, emotional happiness will only come if you are very honest, clear-cut, and in love with people that you love.
What's your favorite swear word? Only tell us if we can air it.
It wouldn't be a swear word if you could air it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Delhi wala, so I have some amazing choices swear words. I don't use them very often. Just recently I met someone at a party and they said, "Yaar, tu to bahut gali deta tha pehle." And I was a little embarrassed because it might have been true. Now I try not to use it because of my kids. No, I mean, I have a lot of amazing ones. I mean, you could do a whole serial on it.
Nothing that we can air on television.
Maybe when some of the powers that be become a little easier on the censorship on television, you may be able to air a serial on my bad words.
Sure. Tell me, you're known to be a gizmo freak. What's the last toy that you purchased?
I'm waiting for the PS3, PlayStation 3 to come out. I mean, I like PlayStation. I'm not much fan of an Xbox, but PlayStation is what I'm looking for. So in November it's coming out. So I've either on my birthday or my son's birthday, we have an excuse to buy that for either of us. If suppose my wife doesn't allow me to buy it for my son will buy it for me.
Shahrukh, let's talk a little about your mobile manners. How long do you take before you respond to a text message that someone sent you?
I try not to open an SMS when I know there's nothing worthwhile that I can reply to. I get lots of them, to be honest. And I'm not, my mobile manners, I will only SMS a person that I have or call back. I hardly call back. I hardly make calls. I'll keep my phone off. I hear the SMSs, see them. And if there are people that I know I can't offer anything in return for the question or request, I don't answer it till I can do it. So suppose you've asked me for an interview, I will not reply to you till I know I can do it in the next 1 hour. So I'll say, Rajiv, what are you doing? You want to do the interview now? And I'll do it. Otherwise, I don't. And that's, I think a lot of times, most of the people have understood, at least my office, they know that if I haven't replied, it's not that I haven't received or I'm being ill-mannered. They know I will reply when I have an answer to it. Instead of saying, okay, let's talk about this tomorrow. I do not talk about tomorrow. So let the SMS be there till tomorrow, till we can talk about it.
Okay. Is there anyone whose call you always take?
Yeah, there are a few people. My household calls, my son's calls I take. There are 2-3 friends of mine whose call I never missed. And there are about 4 or 5 calls in a day, people that I always take the calls.
Who's on your speed dial?
Nobody. There's nobody on the speed dial. I find that too slow. I think it's easier to just, I can't remember numbers. So what happens is the people that I regularly call are in the call list most of the time. So I just press recall and redial and that's it.
Do you ever worry about your mobile bill?
No. That's one thing, like even I'm a little wrong about it. My office also tells me that I take my India phone. I have an international telephone number from here, but I take my India phone and call it in America also. And they say, well, why are you using this? Why are you using this? It's so expensive. But I feel a little at home with my own number, or the one I'm used to. So I'm not really worried about it. It's a wrong thing. Really, I don't make too many calls.
Do you even look at your mobile bill?
No, I don't. I think the office does now.
Shahrukh, let's talk a little about you as a father, about your kids. Tell me, how are the guitar lessons going? Didn't you start taking guitar lessons with your son?
Yeah, I did, and I gave it up. I have this wonderful teacher called Mr. Bismarck, who's an old gentleman, and he's the doyen of guitar teachers in this country. He's a wonderful guitarist, and even he couldn't teach me. So I gave it up.
Sure, you learned something. For a couple of months you took them.
Yeah, I could play the Godfather's theme music. I could play Happy Birthday to You. I just done the notes because he was very keen before you go into the chords and all, you should know the notes. And which is very good actually, because you know in certain films I do end up playing the guitar. So now at least I know how to hold it properly. Though I have a wonderful guitar, I have a Alhambra and I've got some really nice guitars, but I haven't used them. My son is still learning them, and hopefully when the need arises. See, my whole idea of learning the guitar was to be able to sing to various girls and all the women in the world. It's a fantasy when everyone has when you're 18.
Sure.
So I'm 40, I'll be 41 now in November, and the fantasy still continues. So because of technology, now I'm hoping when I want to do it, I get my son to play it from the back.
Sure.
I'll just strum the strings.
So he's doing better than you.
He's doing much better than me. He's learning. I mean, he's liking it, and he has a little, I think, a little more sensibility about music than me, because he does play it and say, oh, this chord is wrong, or this note is wrong, and he does it on his own. I can't tell. I mean, you've heard me sing in Dawn. I'm awful.
So it's so ironic that you say this, because in Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, your son was playing the violin and you were violently opposed to it.
Yeah, violin is, I mean, yeah, that was a character. Though I think a musical instrument is a must for every child. I feel I could have been a better artist if I had done that one little bit about music. I think I would have been a great actor. I'm just on the threshold of greatness because I don't know music. If I'd known music...
It's never too late.
Now you don't get time and you don't have that kind of... I mean, you'll have to take 2-3 years off. My friend Julie does music, and I ask her, she learns about 5 hours a day or 4 hours she practices. And out of her own will. It's not, she likes to do it a couple of hours in the day. Like sometimes I call and say, what are you doing? So I'm singing. And then, how many hours? 2 hours. And you're like, oh, wonderful, yeah. And that's something I can't do.
Have you heard her sing? Does she?
Yes.
Yeah?
And she's quite wonderful. I mean...
I've asked her a couple of times, she'll never...
No, I've heard her, not like she's performed, but I've entered the house with the kids, and she's singing, so we don't disturb her, but I've heard her. She's wonderful. I think she's really good.
Tell me, what works better with the kids? A yelling or a pasting?
I never yell at kids. I just hug them hard.
Okay.
And I threaten them while hugging them. Don't do this. But I don't think, I think the yelling should be left to moms. Moms yell. The fathers just need to, I just laugh it off. And my whole trip is that I think kids are closer to their moms. So you need to be nice to the kids to patao them. So whenever mom yells, I'm very happy that, they don't like her right now. And I should quickly move in and get some brownie points by being kind to them. So I don't yell or... physically I would never, I mean, to be really honest, I don't think two things I can ever do is be physical with a woman in the aggressive sense or with a little child. And that's something I cannot do. I'd rather die before raising my hand or at a kid or a lady.
Right. Tell me, what subjects do they come to you for when they're studying? What's the one subject they know that you always help them?
Hindi. I really am very keen that I should teach them Hindi because I'm good with Hindi. Because being from North India and Delhi, and Hindi is something I make it a point to teach them because it's a little weak. Now everything is so anglicized, everybody speaks in English and stuff. And mathematics still, I think, the standard 5 because after that I'm no good at maths also. So, and science, I'm very good with science at their level. Till about, I think, 7th, 8th, I'm good with science. I was a science student. So these 3 things, but their science is very low level right now, so it's okay. But mathematics and Hindi is something I make it a point to teach them.
Okay. Finally, Shah Rukh, I ask actors this question all the time. What's the best thing about being a movie star? I'm going to change that a little bit for you. What do you think is the best thing for your kids to have a movie star as a dad?
I mean, you have good home videos, but I mean, if you really ask me, and honestly one, and I'll ask this seriously, because this is the only fear I have in my life. I don't have any other fear. I'm quite confident about the work I do and I'm quite satisfied with what Allah has given me. But the only fear I have in my life is that both my children and people attached to me should be able to live out of the shadow of the name that has gotten created because of the profession I'm in, not because of me. Being an actor does give you a name which is perhaps undeservingly bigger than the work that you do, but it still counts. Everyone talks about you, you're on the hoardings and your name and you're King Khan and Badshah of Bollywood and etc. etc. I just pray to Allah every day that my children grow up and do whatever they wish to, but in whatever field they step into, they do not have to ever try to think of a shadow of their father's name. I think that's a bit of a downer for a movie star's children. I really wish that, it's never, my son becomes a chemical engineer. It's like, Shah Rukh Khan ka beta hai yaar, chemical engineer? It should never be that. It should be, Aryan Khan is a chemical engineer of reckoning. My daughter is a dentist, and I go to Shah Rukh Khan's daughter for my teeth. It should not be that. I just hope whatever job they do, they at least do not, personally,
have to be in your reflected glory.
They should never be. I mean, they should just, inshallah, they should be able to find their own feet. And I mean, even if they become movie stars, I hope they don't have to ever be launched by me.
Best of luck. Let's hope you'll always be a good father and a good actor. Thank you so much for talking to us.
This is one of those interviews which I didn't want to end. Time just flied while listening him. I never doubted Shah Rukh Khan's generosity, but hearing him talking about Sanjay Dutt was very nice. He was totally honest while talking about him. As he mentioned that he was shooting Chak to India, it seems the interview was really taken in 2006. I liked how he talked about strange rumors about him. The one I hadn't heard before was about windows. I didn't know there was a rumor saying that he hadn't windows in his house. This is really strange. I of course liked how he talked about material happiness. I am totally agree with him and proud of him that he never gives fake advices that money isn't important. And the most heartwarming part of the interview was when he talked about his children. But it is so difficult for his children not to be overshadowed by their father's fame. I just wish him more and more greatness and his children to find themselves and be able to live with this greatness. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you.